What's up guys, Snowy Minotaur here. Today I'm going to be talking about a pretty big topic that a lot of people have been discussing in the Fortnite community for the past few weeks, and that is Fortnite Battle Passes. The reason why I'm talking about this here is because there's been a really big discussion around Battle Pass cosmetics and if they should return to the game. And with this whole conversation here, I wanted to give my own 2 cents as somebody who owns at least one cosmetic from every Battle Pass. I can probably give my own opinions about this here, and I'm not just saying that because, oh, I own a bunch of cosmetics. I'm more or less saying this as somebody who owns a massive majority of them. As you all know, I don't own Season 2's Battle Pass, but I do own some of the cosmetics from Season 2's Battle Pass, if that makes any sense. And with that being said, should Fortnite cosmetics return from Battle Passes? Well, in my personal opinion, yes and no. I'm going to explain the no section first here in this first bit of the video here. So the reason why I'm actually saying no here is actually more or less for the original cosmetics. Now, I know there's probably going to be a lot of people who are going to be mad saying, oh, I want to get the chance to get the Drift skin or Sparkle Specialist or even, let's say, like the Visitor. You're just saying that because you're locking the skins behind it because you care about rarity and exclusivity so much, you stupid fuck. As somebody who doesn't care about rarity or exclusivity, as you all know, the Battle Pass stuff, in my opinion, should stay exclusive, most notably for the original cosmetics. And the biggest reason to why I'm actually saying this here is more or less a lot of the Fortnite skins that we get in the Battle Passes anyways will probably get a reskin, especially if they're very popular. Like, yeah, sure, it does suck that people can't get skins like Drift, Sparkle Specialist, Peely, Meow Souls, Midas, you know, skins like that. Like, people really want to get those skins, but unfortunately, because then they're part of the Battle Pass, they cannot release into the item shop. But the way that Epic has been doing this for many years, by the way, since 2019, if I'm not mistaken, or if not 2018, they've been either doing one of two things: remaking the skin entirely into a new separate skin, aka a reskin, or doing a counterpart to that said skin. So what I mean about counterparts here, let's take the Ice King for example. He obviously has a female version, which is the Ice Queen, which I think is actually a lot better than the Ice King, that is actually sold in the item shop. So kind of like that, for example. And when it comes to reskins, so many of the most popular skins from the Battle Passes, especially ones like Peely, for example, get reskins all the time, and it still happens to this very day. We just recently had one released into the item shop at the beginning of Chapter 5. And even skins like Meow Souls, even he got reskinned like recently in Chapter 4, Season 4, and that skin became pretty popular. And if we're even going on topic more when it comes to very popular skins, Midas from that same Battle Pass has had multiple reskins, which became just as popular as the original one. Like the Midsummer Midas skin, that is a very popular skin that a lot of people love running and buying, because guess what? Reskins of definitely, especially when it comes to Battle Pass cosmetics and skins in general, sell like crazy. Even if some of them are very obscure, like the Raz reskin that came out in that one summer pack, that was actually a really good one in my opinion. They do some with some very interesting skins, like very popular skins, and some with some very underrated skins, which honestly is really cool. So I don't really think that the original skins are a huge issue, because they've pretty much have already fixed that when it comes to like the actual reskins or just counterparts to already existing skins, which are from Battle Passes. More or less, I would actually say, in the terms of the yes part, which I said, it actually has to be with the collaborations. In my personal opinion, because this is a hot take here, someone who owns all of the collaboration cosmetics from every Battle Pass, in my personal opinion, I do think it's pretty dumb that they're doing it like that. Now, I can understand it at a financial point. Putting very iconic characters that a lot of people love in a Battle Pass is a great way to get more people and entice more people to buy the Battle Pass. However, it does stink for people who don't play during those times, because at the very least with the original cosmetics, there are other versions of them. In terms of the collab stuff, there is barely anything. When I mean barely anything, I mean barely anything when it comes to like other versions that are sold in the item shop. If not, I think there's like a handful. So having characters like Spider-Man, Darth Vader, Iron Man, like even Lara Croft, like be put into these Battle Passes just so that then they're never sold in the item shop is really dumb. Especially for people who are fans of those said franchises, and when they see these characters in the game, they want to go like, hey, how do I get that skin? And then you have to break the news to them that they're from the Battle Pass and that they're never going to be available again. Like seeing like Darth Vader part of the battle pass is really criminal, because the closest skin that if you have never played in chapter 3 season 3, if you don't own this skin, the closest one is Anakin Skywalker. That's literally the closest skin you will ever get to seeing Darth Vader, unless if they were to remake this skin in some way, shape, or form. And even if you're like a Marvel fan, especially if you're like a fan of like Into the Spider-Verse or like the Spider-Verse movies, having Spider-Gwen be put into the battle pass is really stupid, because it's cool that they sold like Miles and even Miguel in the item shop, but not having Gwen there just feels really off. And if we're going on even more about this, the Rick and Morty stuff, like having Rick in the battle pass but having Morty and a few other characters be in the item shop feels very off. Like Rick and Morty without Rick is very off. The closest thing you'll ever get to the Rick skin is the Pickle Rick back bling. Like, do you see the problem here, people? It's like, it's a cool thing to see characters from different franchises or just IPs be put into the battle pass, because it makes sense for them to do that because it gets a lot more revenue. However, it does feel a big slap to the face, and just a huge slap to the face to anybody who did play during those times. I do honestly think that they should actually consider releasing some of the cosmetics from these collaborations into the item shop. Not every single one of them. That's not what I'm trying to say here. They can keep like some of the edit styles which are from Super Styles as exclusives to that battle pass. So like maybe like the skin itself, the back bling, maybe the pickaxe, and if they have a glider, then sure, sell that in a bundle. There you go. I generally don't see any issues with them doing that. Like, if it was the original skins, as I've just previously said, they could just remake the skin or just do different counterparts of that said skin. That has no issue. I have no issues with that at all. When it comes to the collabs, though, I think they should just sell them in the item shop. Again, as somebody who owns all of the collab skins from these battle passes that we've had in the game, I do feel like it's pretty unfair, but I can understand if this is never gonna happen. Which I wouldn't be upset if this ever happened, like if they were to never sell these in the game, because in my opinion, I think that they should. Because like seeing characters like Eren Yeager be put into the battle pass is really dumb, because the only way they can probably ever do this skin ever again, if they were to resell it in the item shop, or if they just make a different version. That's like the best way of doing it. Like maybe like the more modern version where he has like the long hair and they actually give him a transformation style. There you go. There you go, Epic. Just write that down, please. And if we're going on the topic here, Spider-Man, as I've just previously mentioned, he has like a bunch of them. I think there's like the Spider-Man Zero on the top of my head, and there's also the No Way Home one. So there are options to get other Spider-Man skins in the game, so it is possible for them to do something like how they're doing when it comes to the original skins, but I still do think that they should consider selling some of the stuff in the battle passes, which are collabs, in the item shop at some point in the future, because it's really off to put characters like Darth Vader in the battle pass and then just go like, hey, you can no longer get him. The closest thing you want to get to him, Anakin Skywalker. Like, does that make any sense, people? Because I don't know if that's just me, but you know, if it doesn't happen, it is what it is, you know, at the end of the day. But I do hope at some point they do consider doing something like this when it comes to the collabs, because obviously maybe they can do the same thing that they're doing when it comes to the original skins. Make remade versions of already existing skins, because they're doing it. They did it with Wolverine Zero, so I don't really see any issues with that, and even Thor from like that same battle pass as well. I don't think it's impossible for them to do that, but maybe if am I just going crazy or what? I don't know. But overall, should Fortnite battle pass skins or just cosmetics in general return to the item shop? Well, it depends. If it's original cosmetics, I would argue by saying no, because they can remake them and actually make more popular versions of those said cosmetics. When it comes to the collabs, however, I would argue by saying yes, because it's very off to put very iconic characters in the battle passes. While I do think it's a good idea financially, when it comes to people who are playing the game like later down the line and seeing characters like Darth Vader and Spider-Man and even Superman be put into the battle pass, and then trying to break the news to them to say like you can't get them, is pretty heartbreaking. If it doesn't happen, then it is what it is, but I really wanted to talk about this all with you here because this has been a really big topic that people have been discussing, and I wanted to give my own 2 cents about it, and also to throw my own opinion out there. But ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today's video. I really hope you all enjoyed it. If you did happen to enjoy this video, consider subscribing to the channel. Don't forget to check out my Twitter, aka my X account. Socials are all on screen. Thank you all so much for watching. I love every single one of you. Remember, everyone, it's always good to take chances.